All right, so let's talk about the Super Bowl 3 days away. Fans are pouring into New York and New Jersey this morning. The co-chairs of the Super Bowl host committee join us. Woody Johnson owns the New York Jets. Jonathan Tisch is co-owner of the New York Giants. Welcome.
Good morning, everybody.
We've got lots to talk about here. First of all, what's the weather going to be? And second, let's talk about getting to the stadium.
Weather is off the table. Not an issue anymore. When Woody and I had the honor of presenting to the other owners about 3.5 years ago, weather obviously was on everybody's mind. But it's going to get warmer for the next few days. By game time, 40 degrees, no precipitation, balmy compared to what we've been through.
Yeah, so you've been checking your CBS weather app.
Every hour.
You're all set.
Every hour. You think that I'm obsessive, Gail? Every hour. But now I do it every 2 hours because I think we're good.
So what concerns you?
Weather doesn't concern me. I said it's going to be 45 to start a game, closer to 50 than 30. I don't. You know, we start out with a huge list of things to do. It's down to a 3x5 card now, really. And I think transportation still, making sure everybody gets in the right bus and the right on the right train, and because it's going to be a mobile, Super Bowl, and not many people will be driving out there. So I think everybody getting in the right spot, and we're doing a lot to advise people where to go and so on.
But Jonathan, when you guys did the presentation, kudos to you, because that presentation all those years ago ended up in this. What was your big sell? What were you hoping to achieve? And do you see this as a dry run that hopefully if this goes well, other people will say, okay, cold weather's all right?
I'll bring on the Olympics.
Gail, well, we tried to get that also, but a couple objectives when we made the presentation. This is the greatest game in the world, and now it's going to be played on the greatest stage in the world. The New York, New Jersey region, the home of the NFL, two teams. This is the first Super Bowl that's being hosted by two teams. So the first 47 games were played in warm weather, controlled environments. Let's play the game in the elements. Let's take it back to the roots of the NFL.
Okay, before we say that, can you tell me what's wrong with a dome stadium?
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with the dome stadium. We looked at it, and the thing that was wrong for us was the cost. The cost was tremendous. And you actually want the roof. We wanted to have the cold weather advantage, learn how to play in cold weather, play in cold weather. And a lot of the roofs, they open with a little sliver. To open the roof the full, which we wanted to do all the way to the very end, would have been about $400 million.
Can I ask you, I'm new here to New York City, so I live here, and my son pointed out he sees a lot, he said they called them helicopters in the skies, but there are other security. How much of a concern is security, and do you guys as owners get briefed and as hosts on what exactly our government is doing to protect?
The preparations, Nora, have been going on for about 2.5 years, and there is a lot of coordination between New Jersey State Police, NYPD, Secret Service, Homeland Security, and...
Have you interfaced with John Miller yet?
Maybe we need him to tell us what's going on. But Al Kelly, who's head of our host committee, done a great job. He has been interfacing with so many government agencies. There is a security operation out at the stadium that I saw a couple days ago. It is unbelievable because obviously first and foremost is the safety of the fans.
What does a co-host of the host committee do?
We're co-chairs of the host committee. We are co-chairs.
Well, Gail is a co-host. Gail's on the,
Yes, what do we do, Jonathan?
That's true. Gail is on one of our committees. She got a letter from Woody and from me.
Yes.
That's all she had to do. She wants to, let me just tell you, she wants to sit outside.
Yes.
She believes, as you do, the elements are important in
And that is, you want to do that from last week or just now?
Just now. You're so right, Woody.
It means to New York City how much money?
$550 million in economic activity generated by the game.
But there are reports that that's over-exaggerated, Jonathan.
Those reports are always around before a big event like this. And when we start tallying some of the revenues in the next couple of days, I think we're going to be pretty close to the number for New York and New Jersey. But there's also a lasting effect of 1 billion people watching the game and the impressions of this region and saying to themselves, gee, look what's going on in Times Square. Look what's happening in New Jersey. I want to take a trip to this area and spend some money next summer or 2 summers from now.
You're both owners. What's the biggest thing facing pro football from an owner's standpoint?
Well, I think one of them, I mean, you can talk about concussions, or other issues like that, but I think really the fan and at the stadium experience, and making sure that the stadium experience continues to evolve in a positive way versus what you can do at home.
Because television has gotten so good covering football.
Yeah, television's gotten good, but television's still television. I mean, it's still what it is, and we have to do a better job in creating an environment where the fan gets at the stadium something that's totally unique. The fan experience is what they go there for.
Yeah, there's nothing really like sitting
Going
out
to
with
the
the
event.
roar of the crowd, the smells, all of that.
It's like going to a concert.
And because that's true, your Jets, your Giants.
Sounds especially better in the stadium.
Is it
Exactly.
harder since neither one of your teams are in? Is there a little bit of, oh, I wish that was us?
Of course.
Very disappointing.
Yes.
We both started this.
Oh, I know it is, but I just want to get the level, Charlie. I just want to get the
It
level.
was, is that good enough for you, Gail?
Yes.
But do you
Yes.
root for your respective conferences, or are you rooting for Peyton because he's Eli's brother?
Yes.
Really?
Both. NFC, and we have a strong connection to one of the great families in sport, the Manning
The
family.
Mannings,
Well,
yes.
congratulations. It's great
Thank you.
having the Super Bowl here in New York and New Jersey.
Thank
Great
you all.
job. Looking forward
Thank
to
you.
it. Woody Johnson and Jonathan Tisch.
Thank you.